Oh my God. Oh, I get owned this hand. Oh, I get owned.
We're back. We're back. We
are
We had a
back.
headphone snafu, and me and Brandon got into it. Actually, me and Brandon didn't get into it. Brandon got mad at me. But
Do you want to explain our new feature?
Our new feature is what is the new feature?
The drink counter?
Oh, the drink counter. Sorry, I thought the new feature is the drink counter, where we're gonna count how many drinks we have over the course of the podcast.
So we're at 4, I think, total drinks on the podcast.
Now, if Brandon decides to drink on the podcast, does that count?
Yeah, he's on the podcast.
I'll drink on the podcast.
Do you want a beverage?
Yeah, but I feel like this was poor planning on our part to
Yeah, we just started.
You can get up and get one. It'll be fine.
Yeah, in the beer fridge.
All right, yeah, I'll figure something out.
It's
I'll be
the
back.
fridge to the right.
The Bud Lights are on the bottom shelf.
Okay, so that means we get to go up by 3.
Yeah, we're up to 7.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I got this button.
Oh, you got a button. Woo! Wait till Brandon cracks his.
The beer fridge is on the right.
God. Can't take him anywhere.
I said on the right, didn't I?
I don't know. Brandon's gonna quit the pod. Brandon's had enough.
How did he go to the one on the left? Okay. All right. So he opened it. That's 7.
What actually happened was on the way here,
I clicked it.
I did think it would be funny to do a rap diss track to open the podcast today. And I picked Brandon up and I was practicing in the car. And he did not like it. But we had to be in the car for a while because Brandon forgot something. So we doubled back. So we spent like 30 minutes in the car today. And the entire time I was rapping. And by the end, Brandon put on headphones, which is...
Are you going to put on shorts?
What do you mean?
For the pod? You're wearing underwear.
These are regular shorts.
Okay.
Want me to bring them down a little bit?
They look like boxers with strings. Anyway.
I thought they looked nice.
You look nice.
Thank you.
There's a lot of thigh on camera, but you look nice.
Yeah, that's a lot of thigh.
Well, you clearly bailed on the thigh podcast.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a thigh show today.
Well, you've been dude, I mean, the thighs are probably growing. You're on TRT now. You're getting jacked up.
Yeah, let's tell the world.
You don't want anybody to know?
I don't care.
I thought you talked about it on the podcast.
I think so, yeah. I'm 34. It's about time. I'm consulting with a doctor every few months, getting my blood work done, doing it the right way.
How do you mind saying what the original number was that you were at?
My original T levels were like 470.
That's higher than mine were.
And then the first time I did a cycle and I got them checked and I think they're like 800.
Ooh, do you feel way better?
850. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, what is the noticeable difference on it?
Just every girl wants me, it's like.
Do you think they can smell the testosterone on you?
That's not true.
Or do you think it the muscles just get bigger and then it kind of feels like they want you?
Okay, so one of the first things I noticed was empathy goes down a bit. Your fuse gets a little shorter. You get a little snappy.
I don't think it would be good for me to be on TRT.
No, you already are snappy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the empathy goes down a little bit.
Brandon's smugly smiling over there. Get fucked, dude.
Nah, dude. I mean, yeah, I snap too. It's okay. We're a TRT podcast.
We're the TRT.
We have empathy TRT.
The TRT 1000 podcast.
The TRT.
Nerves kind of dissipate. The like spots where I would start to feel like nerves, they kind of just weren't there. As much. Nerves kind of disappear.
So I'll tell you this: I got my test leveled measured 3 years ago when I moved here, and for whatever reason, I have not gotten it checked again since then. So I just got it measured today. Today I went and got my physical done. So for the next time we're in here, I'll have the labs done. Okay. Which is pretty exciting. But 3 years ago, my test was at like 450. Yeah. Which for like a 29-year-old guy at the time, that's just not good.
Not great.
Not great at all. And so I think like at some point, basically the strategy is going to be this. I'm going to get it retested, I think, in like 3 or 4 months. Just pay for it out of pocket. But I'm going to try doing like boron and Tonkat Ali and see how high I can get it raised and drink less.
Yeah.
And see how high I can get it raised without doing exogenous testosterone.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, we'll consider getting on T.
And get your, expose your nuts to the sun.
You're acting like it doesn't work. I've heard it works.
No,
I've heard boron works.
I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Also, red light therapy to the gonads. I think it helps.
I've heard red light therapy is fucking horseshit.
It's not. It's real.
Really?
Yeah.
What about it?
It just helps your cells repair. And it's helped my skin.
Really?
Yeah, I used to have like acne on my ass. And it's gone.
Really?
I've done a lot of red light, yeah.
Acne.
I did have some acne.
Brandon, do you have acne on your ass?
I did back in the day. I took Accutane though.
Oh, you Accutaned up?
Nuked my body. Fucked my body.
Yeah, I
heard
was on
Accutane's
Accutane.
brutal.
That's the one thing that worked for me for my face. My
Same.
teenage acne went away
Yeah.
with Accutane. I
I
tried
did
everything
bad.
else.
Do you have like permanent dry skin now?
No.
Dude, I have just permanent.
Do you
all
have
the
do you have a skin routine?
Yeah, but it just like but now I have to because of it. Like I have to put on lotion after every time I shower. I have to carry on chapstick around. My lips dry up constantly. I have like thin skin. Like in football, I'd rip my skin off all the time. So I just wear sleeves even if it was like 100 degrees.
How many days a week do you sauna?
No, 0, -6.
You need a sauna.
I'll get on that.
Yeah, sauning 5-6 days a week. Your skin's gonna fucking
Come right back.
Who knew it was that
back
easy?
to life. I'm
How do
serious.
you do it?
I believe
I'm
you.
serious.
I believe you.
That and then like some CBD, like turmeric raw lotion shit. That's great too. There's a company called Hemp 360 that sells body lotion.
Is that the shit we put on my neck?
The pod today is about body lotion and acne. we're going away from comedy and poker, and we're just gonna talk about lotions, acnes, and testosterone levels.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I want to see if I can get my T jacked up. So I'm pretty excited about this. I also quit nicotine 3 days ago, and I feel fucking amazing. This is
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's a big one.
I think I'm done because the thing about nicotine is I just sort of convinced myself that I like it, and I just sort of realized like the more and more I did it, I'm like, I don't enjoy this feeling at all. Like I would be having a great day. Everything's all right. And then I threw like a Zyn in, and then immediately my brain would just be like, yo, fuck you. Like I feel like shit. And then we'd be doing the
And
pod.
you keep doing that.
Yeah. And then you just keep doing it over and over again. Cause that's like the trap of nicotine addiction is when
Where's
you're
the
trying
benefit?
it out. Well, you just go, I don't like this feeling. So there's no way that I could get addicted to it. Right. And then, so you just keep doing it over and over. And then like it hooks you within a couple of weeks. And then you're
How does it
cooked.
hook you if you don't like it?
It's a mental just trap.
But with zero benefit.
Zero
Like when you
benefit.
get alcohol is bad for you, right?
But it feels amazing.
But you get a little buzz going, you feel nice. There's a benefit.
yeah, the benefit is when I drink booze, I fucking feel awesome.
Yeah.
Like the thing is when I have like 3 or 4 beers, I'm like, I'm the fucking man. I don't know why I ever doubted it. I feel great. I look great. Let's fucking go. And then when I do nicotine, I'm just like, dude, we were doing this the other day. Last week I was opening up for fucking Brooks Wheelan after the podcast. And I threw in a Zyn as we were leaving. And it was like, dude, I just felt the darkness just creeping in. Like, I just felt
Jeez.
so shitty.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
So when I got to quit, right? And it was so bad I did it Wednesday and Thursday. I decided on Friday that I was going to quit. So I quit for the whole day on Friday. And then Saturday I went out. I had 2 beers and immediately was like, yo, somebody give me a fucking vape. And then I woke
You're
up.
an addict.
I woke up Sunday and I was like, all right, I'm not drinking. I need to not drink today to get through to get through the nicotine thing. Because if I have a beer, I'm going to do it. So it was this girl, Lily Michelle's birthday. And I go, I'll go meet her at the bar for her birthday and I'm not going to drink. Right. So I get there, we're hanging out. It's like 3 of us, a few more people show up. Shane Gillis comes to the party and I'm sitting there and I'm like,
Who's that?
I go, oh, fuck. Well, Shane's here. I have to have one beer. I can't not have a beer, right? So I had a beer, and then proceeded to not talk to Shane for the entire night.
But you
Like,
had to
at
hold
all.
a Bud Light in your hand just to make sure he knew that you were cool.
Yeah, that I was part of the tribe. So I had a Coors and a Jello shot, and then I went back and didn't use any sort of nicotine. I
That
feel
really,
pretty
that
good
really
about
must have impressed him.
it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
Coors and a Jello shot.
Coors and a fucking Jello shot, dude. I mean, the thing is it's like,
Did you bring him a Jello shot?
no,
You try to rip it
somebody
together?
bought them, but I don't know. I feel like the night was fucking pretty chill. I just like, I don't know. You expect things to be like a little bit different in your head because like we follow each other on Instagram. So I was like, he has some idea who I am, right? No fucking clue.
Yeah.
He has no idea. So
You thought he might?
well, we've met and I've, for whatever. And so I was
Yeah.
like, hey, good to meet you, man. And he's like, hey, good to see you. And you're like, all right, keep it moving. I'm like, I get
Yeah.
it. Like you're with your fucking friends. I'm not going to intrude. So I shook his hand, said what up, and then shook his hand on the way out. And I'm like, that's the fucking way to do it. But more importantly than that, I got out of there, no nicotine. And then like, I'm through the 3-day wall. So according to this book that I'm reading, when you like use nicotine on a pretty heavy level, if you abstain from it for 8 hours, 97% of the nicotine comes out of your body in just 8 hours. And then at 3 days, it's 100%. So that's why like the first like 3 days of withdrawal are so brutal, is because the first day is like your body acclimatizing to having almost all of the nicotine out. Mm-hmm. And then after 3 days, it's getting used to having 0%.
Does that book have all sorts of drugs?
No, it's just the
nicotine?
Just the easy way to quit smoking. But he had a book called The Easy Way to Quit Drinking too.
I read that.
You did?
Yeah. I quit for a few days.
I remember that. Yeah.
It helped.
Yeah.
It helped for those few days.
You were hardcore about it. But I think the whole argument in that book doesn't really apply, because the argument for nicotine is, hey, you don't actually enjoy this. It's just a relief from the craving of wanting to smoke a cigarette. That's the only reason you enjoy it. You're having withdrawal, and the withdrawal is going away. And I think that's 100% true for nicotine. But I bet you from what I've heard, he tries to make the same argument about booze in that book. And for me, that's just not true. I like the feeling of drinking. I enjoy it. When I have a cocktail, I'm like, nice.
Yeah.
Let's go. If I don't smoke a cigarette for 2 weeks and then I smoke a cigarette, my whole system goes, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. If I don't drink for 2 weeks and I have a fucking old fashioned, my system's like, nice. Can we?
That was fun.
I feel fucking great. Let's go.
Yeah. I quit for a few days, and then I
Wasn't a few days. Wasn't it like 2 months?
Maybe a month. Yeah, I got nothing. I enjoy it.
Do you have any intention of like quitting long term again?
The only reason I quit, and the only reason I will quit in the future, is health. And it it keeps you from achieving certain like fitness goals, because the extra calories and all that shit. But I do enjoy drinking.
Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much no argument there, which is like booze the next day. There's no way around it. It's just like this company sent me Bender Extender sent me pre-drinking and then post-drinking supplements.
Yeah.
And it feels okay. Like you put activated charcoal in your system before you go to bed. I suppose it like pulls like some toxins out, but the difference is like if you drink 10 beers, you drank 10 beers.
I found a cure.
Xanax.
No, it's glutathione and B12.
Whoa.
And you shoot it. You have to draw it with a needle and you inject it. That is the hangover cure. If you do that before you drink, so you order B12 and glutathione from whatever your custom doctor, health rep, or wherever you get it, and then you do that before you start drinking, and the next day you wake up and you feel fine.
What's glutathione?
So one of them has to do with reducing swelling in the brain. So like the hangovers are. The reason you feel like such shit is there's inflammation in your brain. That's where you get like the pounding headache.
That's terrifying.
So one of those two reduces the swelling, and then the other like detoxifies your liver.
Really?
And then, the first time I did it, I think I had 10 or 12 tequila shots, and the next day I didn't have a hangover.
Holy
It was
fuck.
amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
Glutathione gets rid of brain swelling.
Glutathione, B12.
Where do you get the injectables? You go to the doctor for it?
You
You go to the doctor and you go, hey, I've been getting too fucked up recently. Like, oh, yeah. The easy answer, stop drinking. Like, no, here's a little injectable for you so you feel better.
Yeah, they don't like advertise it as a hangover cure. They advertise it as, just like benefiting your health. It's the same doctor I get the TRT from.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I might get some glutathione injections. That'd be great.
All right, so we're at 7 drinks on the pod.
Let's get it to 9 right now.
9?
How's your drink going? You want a White Claw or something?
Yeah.
Have a claw. Come on.
God, my brain said no.
I'll get it.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Yeah, have
Thank you, Brandon.
we'll have Brandon be our waitress, our cocktail.
He's got his hair up today, though. It's not as good.
What are we doing today?
All right, so I think we're going to break down a hand that you played.
Okay.
And then we should talk about the show that me and Brandon did last night. I think
You got video from it?
I don't have video, but I want to say this. And Brandon, you can tell me if you disagree or agree. Every once in a while, I'll like kind of, I don't want to say that I've been on a negative tear because I've been doing like pretty good, but I haven't like crushed in a while. And last night we went to fucking Show Pony, which is maybe had 12 people in it. And I did all new shit and it went fucking great. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I'm like supposed to be doing. It felt good. Like I was like, this is the kind of shit that I should be up to, you know?
Yeah, well, those rooms are like so low stakes. Mm-hmm. It's a Tuesday night, 9 p.m. free bar show.
Yeah.
I won't go up there and like disrespect your stage, but I'm also not going to go up there and just do my club 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's for fucking around and working on stuff. You had a new funny scooter bit that was really good. Like,
thanks, man.
Yeah, that's what those rooms are for. Is just fucking around, working on new tags.
You've been talking about
fun.
scooters for years.
I love it, but I had this thing that happened, and I went up last night, and I hit it as hard as I could, and I'm like, I just had like 3 new bits, and they're fucking working, and I can't tell you the last time I've had like 3 new things that I've written within a month that are banging.
That work.
That are like, so I have like...
That's exciting.
I have 10 minutes in the last month.
Do you want to hit the counter?
Yeah.
Okay, the red button.
Here we go.
You got it. 1, 2. We're at 9.
Yeah.
Almost double digits.
Let's go.
All right.
How does it work? Is like the yellow for 10?
I don't know. No. I know the green reduces it. I'm afraid to press the yellow.
Yeah, don't do it. Do it. We gotta know.
Oh, it resets. Okay, 9. So my last 2 sessions came straight from hell.
Really?
Yeah, I'm down like 60,000 in 2 sessions. Yeah, gotten absolutely crushed. Gotten reminded of what it's like to not have the deck hit you in the face, and just they just get there every time, or just the cards not go your way the whole day.
You gotta crack that for it to count as 9, by the way.
Yeah, shit.
I don't want to have to hit the other button on you.
Yeah.
So what was it on stream or was it?
No, it was private.
Okay.
Private games. Got waxed. Absolutely waxed. So it's a good feeling,
What when you look back at it, do you think it was an issue of you were playing incorrectly, or was it just the variance finally got you?
There's a few spots that I think I could have I wanted back, but for the most part, it was a lot of run bad. Mm-hmm. Getting in ahead and then losing. So that's stuff you can't really help.
Was it so it was on stream, or it was like?
No, it was private.
Okay.
It was private games at clubs, But yeah, it was pretty bad vibes the last two sessions. But I'm playing again tonight, so hopefully turn it around.
Okay. And you're going on stream tonight?
No, another more private. I mainly play private games.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often is the stream? Once a week, basically?
The lodge, the live stream I play once a week, but not every week. Mm-hmm. So I'd say like maybe an average of like 2 or 3 times a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
And those are
sometimes more, sometimes less.
Those tend to be the higher stake games that you play?
Yeah, the higher stakes stuff is on the stream. I mean, there's some high stakes private stuff too.
So you lose fucking $60,000, and it's like seems to be mostly variance shit. What's the mental process there? Are you just like, I'm taking this L, or
Yeah. You just take it. There's nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a part of the game. You can't really control the result.
Yeah,
Just move on.
just gotta eat it.
Yeah. This first session, so the first session 2 sessions ago, I was up like 22,000 too, and I ended up losing 20. So that's like a 40K swing. And then the last session, pretty much straight down the whole time, and ended up losing 40.
Jesus.
So it's like going from, being up 22 to losing 80,000 straight.
Not great.
It's a lot of.
You were on an absolute heater before, though. And
I've been on a heater, yeah.
And so there's got to be some point of you, like some part of your brain that's going, all right, this has to end eventually. Nobody just wins and wins and wins.
Sure. You're kind of wondering, oh, is it over now?
When's it going to come?
Well, I've had a couple of big losing sessions during the heater, and then the very next few sessions, I get it all back, or have like these massive wins again. So these are 2 losses that are pretty significant, but you just keep playing. I am coming up on a large break though for the summer, so that's kind of nice.
So what do? Do you just like shut it down for a couple months?
Shut it down, yeah. Just stop playing. I'm gonna go see family. Just sit on it. I'm from Sarasota, Florida. It's like got really nice beaches, so I just spend some time on the beach, hang out with my family, reset.
Yeah, I think it's like I do the same thing for stand up every summer, where I don't.
You go to Sarasota, Florida?
Yeah, dude. I just went there for that wedding. That's where
yeah,
the MILF hunter thing happened, which is not good.
You went MILF hunting? There's a lot of rich MILFs there.
Yeah, I got hunted by a MILF.
But you were the prey.
That's a story for another time. But dude, I was out there.
Yeah, let's go back to hand lotion. That was more exciting than getting hunted by a MILF.
Okay. I feel like I don't. You know what? I've already told this story on another podcast, so fuck it. I might as well just tell it right here.
Okay.
But I was going to say, I agree with you with what you're saying, because I do take a month off in the summer every year. I'll do like 3 or 4 spots over the course of maybe a month, and I always come back better at stand-up than as if I'd never taken the time off. It just works so much better for my fucking brain.
Yeah.
But I was down in Sarasota at a friend's wedding, and we went out to the bar and started, drinking pretty heavily the night before the wedding. Just got fucking tanked. I mean, about as drunk as I could possibly get. Probably like 15, 20 drinks in the course of a day. Like we were getting after it.
Nice.
And so we all got back to the hotel. There was some sort of like reception thing. We all go to the reception. And then a couple of my buddies were like, let's go out. So we throw the suits on. We go to the bar. And
downtown or Siesta Key?
I can't really remember, but we're somewhere in like Sarasota, and the guy who's getting married, he's got these 2 brother-in-laws that are just fucking maniacs. I mean, they're just killers. Like they'll go out and they'll talk to any woman, and if they get shut down, they really like seem to be pretty unaffected by it. Like they just keep it moving, and they just have
douchebags.
Yeah, and they have an ability to talk to women that I'm impressed by, horrified by, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting with my friend. My friend goes, I just can't believe the way those guys can just like pick up girls like that. Like it's fucking insane. And I go, I know. And I go, you know what? I'm going to do exactly what they do. The next woman that walks by, I'm going to do it. And this fucking MILF walks by, and I go, you're hot. She goes, what? And I go, you're like so hot. You're just like one of the hottest women I've ever seen. And she's like, okay. And I go, you have beautiful eyes. She's like, all right. And then she turns around to walk away. And I look at my buddy and I go, I'm never doing that again. And then 30 seconds later, she came back, grabbed me, and goes like, dance floor now. So.
How old was this young lady?
Probably 50.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah. First time I've ever done it.
How old are you?
31.
Could have been your mother.
Nope, couldn't have been.
19. Yeah, my sister had her first kid at 19.
Okay, well.
Could have been your mother, Joe. Did you have sex with your mom?
What?
Did you have sex with her? Sorry.
What question was that? You heard that. That was fucked up. Little slip of the tongue. No, but yeah, I went back. I took her back to the hotel. We hooked up.
Oh, you had sex with your mom. She could have been your mother.
Stop saying your mom.
She could have been your mother.
So fucking much weirder than it is. It was a crazy thing that happened.
She's 50 years old, Joe.
Yeah. So, okay. We go down after we hook up. We're like sort of around the lobby of the hotel and hanging out. We're like talking. We're looking at the water. And then somebody comes out. And one of them's like, are you ... And she goes, yeah. And they go, somebody's like looking for you. And she goes, oh, fuck, my phone's in the room. So we go back up to the hotel room to get her phone. And we take the elevator back down. And when we get to the lobby, her son is waiting in the lobby.
And he's your age.
And he's like 21 years old. And he's like, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. And I'm like,
talking to you?
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you think happened. And she's like, his mom just was like, oh my God, like, you know, we're just having a party upstairs, you know, like there's a party at the hotel. This is my friend. What's your name again? And I'm like, okay.
She sounds like an alcoholic.
Yeah, she was a fucking mess. But I'm looking at the dude and I'm like, I don't know what to say, man. And he's like, how fucking old are you? And I go, I'm 31. And he goes, no, you're not. And I'm like, oh, really? Thanks. Like,
he's like, you're my age. Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice of you to say. But I just go, I'm sorry, dude. And he goes, go back upstairs. And I was like, yes, sir. And I turned around and I walked back up the stairs and I got back to the hotel room. And my friend is just in the hotel room and he's just dying laughing. He's like, you're a fucking lunatic. And I'm
so
like,
did you get her number? And
no,
you guys still talk?
He was like, what a legendary story. And I'm like, I don't feel legendary at all.
No, I feel like
a piece of shit. I mean, because like the next day was the wedding itself. So I woke up the next day for the wedding and I'd had like 15 beers the night before. And I'm just like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. Like, fuck this. Like,
and that's when you popped his in.
Yeah, probably threw his in.
Yeah, that helped.
I mean, dude, it's just like, I don't know. There's some things that like you've never done, so you just hear cool things about them. They're like, yeah, dude, like MILFs. And I'm like, I've never done this. This woman's hot. Let's go for it. And then I did it, and I was like, this is fucked up. Like, this is fucking bad.
It's not what they told you. It's not what.
Have you ever been with an older woman?
Than myself, sure.
How much older?
I think 14, 15 years. So about maybe 44, 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
I mean, it still feels good. Yeah. It's, but sure. Like I didn't see it, going anywhere long term. The age gap is just a little too big. Well,
there was no plans of long term with this one. She literally came up to me and she goes, I want to go back to your hotel room. I want to fuck you. And then I never want to see you again. And I went, okay.
That's about the only way this is going to work.
I went, nice. At least someone's got reasonable expectations going into the thing that's about to go down, Because like that is, if you've ever hooked up with someone on a trip, like vacation.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, let's like exchange numbers. And you're like, I'm leaving tomorrow. What are we going to...
I had a Bahamas trip years ago. I went down there to play a poker tournament. And I went scuba diving by myself. Because I got
story's hot already. I like this.
I got certified in Thailand. And then I was in Bahamas playing this poker tournament. We go on a scuba diving tour expedition, and there's two girls in the bus across from me. And one of them was like real cute. Blonde, tan, young, we're about the same age. And we made eye contact a couple times. Then we started talking on the boat a little bit, and we're all staying at the same resort, like the Baha Mar.
Yeah.
And yeah, that went well.
Good.
Yeah, that was fun. We did the scuba diving thing all day, and then we made plans to like have dinner later that night, and that was a fun trip. And that was like one of the good experiences of like a fun vacation hookup.
We had, when I was between my freshman and sophomore year of high school, we went down to the Bahamas and we met this group of like 8 girls that was down there, and they were so fucking nice and so cool and everything. And I just like, dude, I didn't have the Riz.
Oh no.
My friend claimed that he'd gotten laid before we went to prep school together. So he's like, yeah, dude, when I was like 14, I got, and I'm like, okay, no, you didn't, but whatever. But he had the confidence of a guy that's 15 that had gotten pussy before, you know. I did not. So I'm pretty sure
like
he
the sweaty nerves.
Yeah, he made out with one of the girls on the beach, and like I just couldn't get it done. I couldn't get there. Like it was actually kind of sick. Like at this resort, there was like an underage club.
Yeah.
Where like if you were under 18, you had to go to this one room, and you'd like, you know.
Yeah.
It was like everyone between the ages of like 14 and 17 would go to this room, and it was fucking, everyone was cool. We had a great time. Like, it was like a 14-year-old. You're like, this is the best.
Yeah.
But dude, I just couldn't get the job done, man. I don't have it.
My start to girls was so rough when I was a teenager. At 13, my parents throw me a surprise birthday party, and the girl I'm in love with, at the end of the party, I go looking for her, and I go into my brother's room, the door's closed, and she's making out with my brother on the bed.
Oh.
The girl that I was like, I adored.
No.
Yeah. She's making out with my brother. He's 2 years older. He was like playing football and in good shape, you know, like every girl wanted him. I was still like young and dorky. So, and then the next girl, I was at PJ National. I was 14 in West Palm Beach, and I'm golfing in this big golf tournament, Optimus Junior International. It's this fucking big junior tournament. And there's this girl playing in the tournament as well, and I think she's, you know, super cute, and we hit it off, and like we're in the stairwell of this resort, like in between the rooms, and I was so nervous that my stomach was turning, and I don't know if it was a fart or like my stomach making sounds or whatever, but like I guess I just ripped like a huge fart in the stairwell, like right before like we were about to kiss. So that kind of like killed that mood.
Dude, it's crazy the way the young body reacts.
I was so nervous. And then the next girl I liked, again, from church, my brother made out with that one too. In front of me.
So I didn't have an older brother like
he kept stealing
swagging the girls.
He kept stealing my bitches.
But there were, in high school for me, there were like 3 girls that I had a crush on that also were kind of like into me too.
Yeah.
And I found a way to blow it with like every single one of them. Like it was crazy. I was like very self-conscious because I came into high school at like 5'5", and I weighed 85 pounds when I started.
Yeah.
So like I grew to be 6'2", but the entire time I was there, I had the swagger of a guy that weighed 85 pounds, you know?
Which is zero.
Yeah. So I had no swagger. So there's this girl, and we like had been talking, and we'd been doing all this thing, you know, we'd been going back and forth, and then nothing ended up happening. And then one day we were walking back, and she sees me, and she's like, oh, what's going on? I haven't seen you in like forever. And it's a small school. So I was like, yeah, I've been around. And she's like, let's hang out later. Wear your hat. And I was like, I was wearing this white hat from the University of Alabama. I'll never forget this. And so I wear the hat. I go to link up with her. And we go down. We're hanging out behind the field house. Like, this is like the most classic high school shit. Behind the field house, I'd never kissed a girl. Like, sun setting. It's like the perfect spring day. It's like 70 degrees. And she leans in, and my like face, like my eye started like twitching. It It was crazy.
From the nerves?
I got so nervous that I just started going like this. Like I basically like had like a mini stroke.
Yeah.
And she's looking at me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she's looking at me. And I'm going like this. And she's like, she's literally like actively trying to kiss me. And I'm like, my brain feels like it got put in a deep fryer. I don't know what happened. I'm just like, I gotta go. And then I just got up and I literally like ran away.
How old were you?
16, like too old to be acting like that. But I mean, that's the crazy thing about like that age too, is like now, you know, we're telling stories about 3 years ago when I got my test checked when I first moved here. Like for me, 3 years ago now feels like almost like the exact same time as now, you know, like I feel like I looked kind of the same.
Yeah.
I acted more or less the same. But 3 years ago then, like that's like, you know, you go from being like a boy to like an adult in 3 years. It's fucked up.
Yeah, 16 and 19 is pretty big.
It's crazy. So like, I'm talking like 13 to 16.
13
like
to 16,
13, I'm
yeah.
like, you know, the balls have barely dropped. I'm like still there. I'm just like this goofy fucking kid. And then I was still skinny as fuck. I was 6'2". I weighed $135. It was fucked up.
My God.
But yeah,
I'm 6'2".
it's crazy. No, you're not. But
Yeah, I am.
5'11".
You want to bet? You want to lose some money?
I've learned not to take any bets with you.
There you go.
To your credit, you've never tried to bet me in anything.
No, I'm not a hustler.
I know you're not a hustler, but you won't make a bet against me.
I don't think I have that hustle gene in me. I like to play straight up. I just like this is I don't hustle.
So you seem like you're not a hustler, and you don't seem to have like a lot of the piece of shit tendencies that I think a lot of like, you know, gambler type people have. How do you make it in a business like that without being a fucking scumbag?
I mean, people appreciate honesty and transparency, and you know, it's actually worked out better for me in the long run doing it this way than trying to sleaze my way in and hustle and cheat and lie and steal. And there is a lot of that in the gambling world, but that's because the gambling world attracts gambling addicts, and gambling addicts, their behaviors are cheating, lying, stealing. They have degenerate behaviors. I had some of those behaviors when in my 20s for sure. Like when I was addicted to sports betting, and the gambling side of it kind of took over. But then as I got older and I wanted to treat it like a job, treat it more serious, you know, I had to get straight on those things.
Makes sense. I mean, I think there's a similar aspect in comedy. Like Brandon, you can probably attest to this. Like stand-up does attract a lot of people that are like naturally funny and people that are like very gifted and people that work really hard. But it also it attracted a lot of really, especially early on in the Austin scene, like 2022, 2023, when the boom was happening and everyone was trying to find their footing. It attracted a fuckload of grifters.
Oh, yeah. Just like scumbags, bad people, just trying to make quick buck, fuck you over. It was bad.
Quick buck, get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're building a comedy club.
But yeah, the thing like with poker is if you put your time in, of course, like a game can't have too many professionals or guys that are like too good, because then the game quality just goes down. Mm-hmm. But there are a few fortunate or guys that put their time in, that build relationships, that work their way up. Me being one of them in like the Austin area, where I've been here for almost 5 years now, and I've played all the stakes, and I put in hundreds and thousands of hours with these guys. And so I've just been able to position myself to be one of the guys that is allowed to play in higher stakes games that is also doing it for a living. But again, like you have to be liked. Like people have to enjoy playing with you. And if you have certain habits or qualities like lying, cheating, stealing, those are going to come out. And then the recreationals, or the guys that are playing the game as a hobby, they don't want to play with guys like that. So as soon as those guys are kind of caught or found out, they exile them. Like, well, we don't want to play with you anymore.
Well, so I was watching this as part of my research for the pod. I was watching a breakdown of sort of some of the things that are wrong with the movie Rounders. And one of the things the guy making the video had an issue with was that, like, Matt Damon's character is, not only is he very cocky and he's very strong belief in his own abilities, but the other guy, his buddy, kind of Worm wants to find a game where he has an edge and then win. That's what Worm wants to do.
He wants to find an angle.
Yeah, and then
he will cheat. Sorry. He will cheat and steal, and lie.
Matt Damon's character,
he's honest.
He's honest, but he seems to want to, like, prove that he's the best player out there.
Yeah, definitely.
And so he goes into these games being like, rather than trying to find a good game where there's, like, sort of weaker players that you can exploit and take advantage of, he wants to play against the best of the best, and that's not really how it works. Like,
to get better, you have to play against the best. That's what's helped my game. But yeah, it is a balance because if you're playing against the best all the time, then your win rate's not going to be very high, and it's going to be hard to make money. But definitely, like, dipping your toe into playing with the best, and then going back to a game where you're one of the better players will help your win rate overall.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to play with the best so that you can learn from them and get to that level.
Yeah.
But you can't be there all the time, or your win rate's not going to be good enough to do it professionally, unless you're Phil fucking Ivey or Helmuth or something.
Helmuth kind of isn't that great. At cash games, he's a little sus.
For real?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
I know his reputation around the high stakes scene. Yeah, he's obviously he's an incredible tournament player. He plays massive fields really well. He's got 1 million bracelets, 17 bracelets, or I don't know exactly how many bracelets. He's done really well in tournaments, but in the high stakes cash game scene, when he plays tough lineups with, like, other pros, he hasn't fared so well. So he's not really known as, like, a high stakes crusher, cash game crusher. And I'm sure he does well in the games that he puts together, and some of the, like, private stuff that is off camera. I'm sure he's probably a big winner because he's playing with celebrities and businessmen, and he's not playing with, like, a bunch of professionals. But, like, if you sit him down with Tom DeWans and Phil Ivies and Patrick Antonius's and those guys playing 300, 400, 500 big blinds deep, he's not going to have a good time.
Got it. He's going to fuck him up. He's going to
get fucked up.
Yeah. What do you say? You want to break down some hands? We're
Sure.
45 minutes in, right, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All right. So this is a
tournament, and
let's see if you remember this one.
We'll be streaming
This is a long time ago.
Hello, Chad.
the Mystery Bounty Tournament.
Who's the guy with the dreadlocks?
He is handsome.
He is a vlogger / poker reporter.
And there's a chief consultant on the podcast, Goob.
That's right. I kind of look younger here.
Raised on the button. Big
How long
slate
ago
for
was this?
T1000. Shy with the queen.
TRT is making you look at yourself going, what a bitch.
Yeah, what a little bitch I look like here.
So you got ace king.
Yeah, that's a good hand.
Hey, like, if I get good vlog content, I'm happy.
That's why we play content creator games, because we're all happy as long as we're making videos.
We're slightly sick.
Shy.
Thank God he has the food vlogger. I feel really sore about him getting all the hands.
Swear to God, if you don't show up with food this stream.
That's my brother's hoodie, his Star Wars hoodie.
Shy.
Yeah, I love that hoodie.
That's from him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Skull.
They're both pretty deep here with over 4,000.
Dude, I played with Skull Mike till like 2 a.m. last night. It was the most fun I had at the lodge ever.
Nice.
You left and I sat down. And
Yeah.
He played one
So
hand and
is
left.
Gooba natural at this too? Did you pick it up pretty quick?
No.
No. He's just there for fun.
Nah, he loves the game, and he's gotten a lot better since this stream. I think this was like a year or two ago.
Was he getting wrecked out there?
I don't know how he ended up this stream, but I think this was his first stream
I was out my first hand.
ever. I think this is like the week I met him.
Looks like a good hand.
All in.
How fucking full
Yep.
It's the nastiest thing.
And Shy. No
So we
snack
4-bet you
call
900. You just said, fuck it, let's
Yeah,
go
we
for it.
5-bet ripped with Ace King.
I was thinking how improbable
Wait, so
that would be
let's take a
yesterday
break
when you guys were
here.
playing.
Let's pause. So you got 4-bet up to, what is that, $900?
Yeah.
And you said, fuck it, let's go all in. What's the thought process with Ace King when somebody like puts an aggressive raise on you like that? Why do you shove and just go for it?
So this spot, Shy's got a pretty he's got a pretty strong range under the gun +1 opening, and then 4-betting my 3-bet. He's gonna have like jacks, queens, ace king, maybe some tens. Probably more like ace queen, queens, kings, ace king. Maybe some like ace jack, ace queen suiteds. Honestly, I think I was kind of over how small the game was playing, and I wanted to build stacks. I think if I remember,
Is that
this,
a common
this game,
thought where we're like, this is moving too slow, let's pick up the pace, fuck it?
Like a lot of these games are match the stack. So early on, I'll kind of like just try to get stacks in, because if I win, great, and if I lose, we can just add on and play bigger. But yeah, I mean, 5-bet ripping ace king is kind of standard. It's not too crazy here. We put him in a tough spot if he has tens or jacks. If he has ace queen, we probably just take down the pot. He's folding. We're flipping versus queens, and if he has ace king, if he has the same hand, then he's not like.
And it's gonna chop.
He's not loving it, but yeah.
Sick. All right, let her rip, Brandon.
Yeah, like what would they have
He
to
lost
have?
to a natural.
My brain doesn't work that far.
He lost to natural quads or natural quads, right?
You would have like trips
okay.
bare minimum.
Dude, they had
Right,
a
exactly.
poster board with
So I
the
was like,
rules,
how
and
is
it still
it
didn't make sense.
Whatever.
No, we used
Any
to.
straight.
They
You
made
have
us
to be
stop
big
doing
blinds.
I dealt at peaks too. for a
This
while.
tank is
We did like
not the
games,
greatest
and
look
they,
for
people
Shy.
called deuces wild, bro. These people would try to like almost fight each other because they didn't understand.
You know, he's
trying
really
to
only
figure out if he wants to go for it.
well, he's really only afraid of 2 hands here. It's like, yeah, like it's just time to
Here
call.
we go. The biggest pot of the day, 10,000. 350.
So the only thing he would be worried about is kings or aces.
Yeah, only 2 hands beat him. But it's a big 5-bet shove.
And Shy slightly in the lead here.
Duck is so cute.
It's a flip.
I'm gonna replace that one with a side up.
I like. Ooh.
I don't remember what happened.
There it is.
Do I win or do I lose?
Let's find out.
T1000
I'm nervous.
Does have a better club when the clubs come.
Oh my God. I have 6 outs. What is that?
13%?
13%? No, 14%. Come on. Yes.
There it is. Bam.
Oh, thank God.
T1000.
Yum.
I feel like with something like that, I don't know how you're not being like, fuck yeah, let's go.
When they changed, when they opened up this stream room, because this is like the newest, they've been in like 3 different rooms.
Okay.
So the stream started at the lodge in a completely different room. And then they built a bigger room, and they put the stream in the back of the room. So that was their second location while they were building this studio. And when the stream was in the back of the lodge, I was down a lot of money on that stream. I wasn't playing very well, and just bad vibes. And when they built this room, I got to go in like before they opened it up, and I make a joke like I went in there with like sage and saged it and everything, but I did go in there. I'm like, I'm going to run good in this room.
Yeah.
Like I told myself that. I was like, I'm going to run really hot in this room. Like good things are going to happen. And overall, I've run extremely like hot in that. I mean, I've had some big losses as well, but like overall I've run extremely well in that room.
It looks like it, man. I mean, you've been running fucking hot.
There's vibes to certain places. Like,
yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason, but all poker players will tell you like certain games, certain houses, certain card rooms, they'll either like always win or kind of always lose.
But it's all mental.
It's just there's no rhyme or reason. You're just trying to like understand or make sense of it, and you can't really understand it. It's just the way the cards run out in that certain place.
Makes sense. All right, we got a whole folder of these T1000's best hands.
Yeah, let's break down one more and I wrap it. I think we'll be good.
Let's do it. What do we got going here? Who's that guy?
Mo Money. He's a legend.
Mo Money.
This game looks bigger.
Way bigger. Right off the bat.
Stash.
Hand number 111.
Ooh, little Queen Jack.
I don't remember this at all.
Cards. And a net button.
I know I probably wouldn't call with one pair.
Raise the 600. Bulldog.
Oh my God. Oh, I get owned this hand. Oh, I get owned.
You're looking good right now, though.
You
got a straight draw?
Bulldog clowns on me this hand.
Open ender here for T1000. Pair of ducks
I didn't.
for the Bulldog.
Ace-8 all. 2 red ones.
Wha-bam.
Me and Bulldog had like a interesting dynamic. I think this was shortly after I made a video about him where I won a huge pot off him and kind of clowned on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he had it out for me this hand.
2,500 is the bet from T1000. And Bulldog makes the call.
So I overbet turn here, and he calls with bottom pair, which is basically like
does, folks.
he just knows exactly where I'm at. He's putting me on Queen Jack, Ace Jack.
He knows you're going for the straight draw.
Yeah, he's putting me on like Jack 8 of spades, Ace Queen, Ace Jack, Jack 9, Queen 9.
He knows you don't have it.
He wants to own me so bad. I even value bet the river. He snapped calls for the vlog. Yeah, he said for the vlog. He was so mad about that video that I posted. He had to get me back.
Wait, aren't you guys like boys?
Yeah, we're good friends.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of ego to these spots. You get kind of put on blast when the hand doesn't go your way, and then he wanted to get me back for it. So he was calling me down there with bottom pair, and it was perfect. I really like the way I played the hand too. Like that's a really tough spot for bottom pair, and
Did you feel like he had bottom pair when he was betting?
Yeah, I felt like he was light for sure. But going back, I think I would have overbet pot on the river.
So why bet the river?
Well, I have queen high, so I don't have showdown value. So if I check, I lose.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're hoping you could get him to fold.
Yeah,
in some way.
I need to get him to fold. So like if we have queen high at the end, we missed all of our draws. If the river's like a queen or a jack, I then have showdown value. I could value bet it, or I could just check.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the river's a 9 or an ace, we have the nuts. So then we're definitely value betting. But when the river's a brick, like a 8 or lower, our hand strength is queen high. Like it doesn't win at showdown.
So you have to go in. You have to throw something in there to try to get him to fold.
Yeah, and I he's a very thoughtful, smart player. So I thought maybe the overbet might be like a little too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I had it, how much would I bet? And I would have probably value bet like 4,000 or 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so I So I went for like a.
So you
value
didn't want to
size.
make it seem like an obvious bluff. You wanted to make it seem like
Sure.
Okay.
But in poker, like it's kind of honestly kind of better to keep it simple and like bet big when you want them to fold. Like for the most part, betting big encourages folding and betting small encourages calling. Like it's pretty simple.
Yeah, that makes sometimes it's that simple.
Yeah, and you can like kind of level yourself and play these games, but like at the end of the day, when you bet massive, it's really hard to call. And when you bet smaller, it's easier to call.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, that was an hour. What do you say?
Cool, yeah.
Want to go cuddle?
I
think we did it.
All right. See ya.
Let's get it.